Hey everyone, it's Adrian Pangilinan here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if it's your first time, please do consider subscribing by clicking on the subscribe button over here and the notif bell to be part of the family. So for today's video, we will be doing a video in which I will, talk about my journey and my current reflections on what it's been like being here in the States, in San Diego specifically, for 20 years now. For those that didn't know that I'm an immigrant, yes, I'm an immigrant. My family and I moved here to San Diego back in May 2001 as a 9-year-old, and not really having any idea of what my life was gonna be like, what was gonna happen, and all of these things. And the reason why I really wanted to do this video is because, my heritage, being Filipino, especially being an immigrant, is something that I feel like is very important for me. In these 20 years, so much has happened in my life. And, this is why I definitely wanted to use this, opportunity to talk about it and actually celebrate it. Okay, so I'm gonna be reading some of the notes that I wrote over here, just some questions that I have, and we are gonna go from there. Before I forget, I also wanted to point out that I've done some videos where I talked about my experiences growing up here, in which I actually think I went more into details. So I'm gonna have that on the iCard up here. The first question is, how has your life changed being here? I would say that it definitely wasn't an easy journey getting here. I remember being 9, being a young kid. It was a very cold night here in San Diego. I've never experienced that kind of cold in my life. I remember being greeted by my grandma, my 2 aunts. Even then, my relationship with them definitely started off super rocky. I definitely went from my mom's side of the family in the Philippines, where everybody was so affectionate, to here where I felt like it was very cold. There was a lot of anger. My aunts and my uncles didn't always get along, and I felt that. And sometimes too, I felt the anger projected not just towards me, but towards my family. I think then and there, I was hit with the reality of what it's like to be an immigrant. There wasn't really a graceful transition. It never crossed my mind that I would have to change. My life definitely changed in all spectrum, in all aspects. Okay, so let's go to the next question. What did the 20 years look like? Truthfully speaking, life here was not easy. Growing up, I've come to realize and learn that people move here for a better life. I've definitely experienced huge waves of loneliness. So what growing up and being here has taught me is to really be myself, to fight for my dreams, to fight for what I want in my life. Yes, the opportunities are here, but you're gonna have to work your butt off to get there. Would have I changed anything about my experience being here? What are my sentiments about hitting 20 years now that it's finally here? I just remember feeling super nostalgic and just kind of the whole day, yesterday I was like, wow, we've been here for 20 years. So much has changed through the good and bad. I am super thankful for all of them. Okay, so I think one of my last question is, what are you looking forward to? Actually, it's really always been my goal to go back home to the Philippines. In the 20 years that I've been here, I haven't been able to visit. So much time has just passed, and I tried so many times and it just didn't happen. I was always someone that really wanted to be back home, and I think it just makes me a little sad that that really hasn't been able to happen. A part of me does feel like it feels a little harder growing up here, experiencing life over here. My life is definitely here. I definitely lost myself, and I know that going back home to the Philippines, whenever that happens, because we still have the pandemic happening, when that time comes, I know that it will be the perfect time for me to reconnect. Okay, so I think that is it for this video. Thank you so much for celebrating my 20 years of being here in the States through watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you at my next video and also my podcast, which is every Fridays at 7 p.m. Pacific time. Thank you guys. Mahal na mahal ko kayo. Bye!